International Women's Day is a day to celebrate the achievements of women in every field of life, be it political, scientific, technological, or culture. On this International Women's Day, we take an opportunity to motivate young women to join the field of STEM through the narratives of the women researchers and scientists at IISc. Today with us, we have Professor Kiran Kumari. She is an assistant professor in the Department of Electrical Engineering at IISc. She works broadly in the area of control and its application. Hi, ma'am.
Hi.
So let's begin. You know that we first celebrated the International Women's Day in the year 1911 in the month of March.
Yes.
It's been 113 years. What do you think? How far have we come?
Okay. So thank you for this sweet introduction, first of all, Ananta. And so like after this 113 year, a lot of progress has been made in the advancement of, gender equality globally. But there are still certain problems and, scope of improvement and progress. So if we talk about field of education, so the access to education for a girl and a woman has, increased dramatically. As we can see, a lot more girls are going to school and pursuing higher education. Having said that, the unfortunate side is that many a time, due to social reasons and family pressure, a girl's education doesn't play a priority in the houses, right? And similarly, if I talk about workplaces, the participation of women in workplaces has significantly increased. We can see women's holding position, which are prestigious across technical and non-technical field. But again, there are gender disparities persist in terms of, pay scale, job opportunities, and even, leadership positions. It is very encouraging to see movements regarding women's rights and gender equality gaining momentum in recent past, which leads to increased awareness and support towards gender equality initiatives worldwide. Okay, having said that, as lot of work has been done, there are still lot of work need to be done. So there are certain challenges in addition to what I mentioned, like gender gap and job opportunities, and we also need to address systemic inequalities. And I feel that International Women's Day is a reminder to all the progress which has been done so far and the ongoing effort which is needed to maintain equality in the world for all the genders.
So, how do you see it in the context of ISC? That how inclusive ISC is be today?
If I first talk about India, so in India, the gender inequality is more about the social stigma and the patriarchy, I would say. But in IISc, as we can see that there are many women researchers and we have good number of students also working across different areas of research, and we see women in different other positions also, which are not academics or research oriented. So we have been able to maintain a good number of women representation at IISc.
So, as you talked about India in your previous answer, so do you think that in India women face more gender bias and other norms than other countries?
And in India, still people feel if a woman will be more educated or if a woman holds a position in academics or anywhere which is, influential, it is very difficult for her to get a perfect match as a life partner. Okay, so that is because of the social stigma, and that sometimes demotivates parents or family also to not allow the girl child or a woman to pursue career in any field. So I would say we first need to work towards this mentality and social stigma.
Yeah, definitely. Even after pursuing a good education, many women step back in taking any positions.
Right.
maybe say the way you said leadership positions, because that requires them to devote more time.
Exactly. So it shouldn't be a responsibility of a woman to always keep a balance between the work and the personal life. So it should be a work which is done together by spouse and the person to maintain this the work life balance basically.
So how are you maintaining work-life balance after joining ISC research?
So yeah, like to devote certain hours of my day towards my work, and then once I am out of that, I would like to devote my time with my family and to, yeah.
That's definitely important for a researcher. We are
Yes.
not always, our minds are always not working.
Exactly, because if we exhaust ourselves in just doing research, even if we are not able to because of other responsibility or other, thinking going in our mind related to our house, we won't be able to give our best. So it's better to devote a time whenever you are, motivated or there is certain thoughts coming in your mind to work towards that problem, and then just step back and be free in your personal life.
So, what motivated you to pursue a career in this field?
Okay, so basically, as many other researchers, in school, my favorite subjects were also maths and science. And then I decided first to do bachelor's in BSc maths, and I took admission at St. Stephen's. But I also had interest in engineering, and in my family also I had my brother was an engineer. So because of this interest in math, solving equations and also analytical problem solving, I thought to pursue my career in bachelor's, first of all in electronics and communication engineering. And there basically I got interested in analytical subjects like engineering mathematics, signal processing, control theory, etc. And then of course I applied towards masters in control and automation that I did from IIT Delhi. And there I got first time exposed to the fascinating area of control theory. And specifically, I would say nonlinear control and sliding mode control, which is right now my area of research. And then it got me to applied for PhD at IIT Bombay in systems and control. And I was fortunate to get the opportunity to work with one of the stalwarts of sliding mode control, Professor Bijulan Bandyopadhyay. And there also I met my husband Asim, who used to work on robotics. So I was always a theory person during my research period at IIT Bombay. So yeah, that motivated me to basically apply all the theoretical work I had been doing in the practical applications, and which has also led to the foundation of control and robotics lab here at electrical engineering department at IISc.
You know that robotics is actually a very fascinating area of field, and every other person is talking about it, and looks like the next generation thing.
Yeah.
But do you still see many women being a part of it?
Yeah, it's a very interesting question, because if you see the number of women's participation in certain fields like computer science or biology, there you see more women's. But in, I would say the ratio is not that good, but still we have women's in like electrical engineering also. And specifically in the field of robotics, I would say in control, of course, there are a lot of women, and I hope more women will be interested in working towards robotics. And I can see internationally there are like female researchers working in this area.
Oh, that's great. So, what do you think is the most challenging part of your role or your research field, and how are you working towards it?
Yeah, so as we were discussing, I work in the area of modern control theory and its application, where it takes time to understand concepts and develop novel theoretical results which has application in real world systems. And often it is very difficult to find motivating students who are willing to work towards solving these problems which are challenging in terms of developing concept and time taking. So I try to present these research problems in the context of practical applications such as robotics to motivate student, and I also try to make these underlying theories more exciting and relatable by making them understand the use of these problems in the practical applications.
Yeah, certainly sometimes solving these theoretical problems may not be exciting, but that application motivates many to work
Exactly,
towards it.
exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So, who would you say have been your most motivating people in your life or your mentor in this journey of research?
Okay. So I would say during my BTech, I had, so it's not like some world known person,
Yeah.
but like during my journey, course of education in bachelor's, I had seen a few professors who were very motivated towards their work. And that time they were basically encouraging us also to, read research papers and all. That, that basically excited me that, okay, we are doing certain courses to learn certain concepts, but what is this about reading papers, right? So then I got motivated towards that, and they were also very encouraging. And I, as I told in my previous answer, that like my supervisor during the during PhD, he was my ideal that time, because he is one of the like pioneering person in that field. So yeah, and of course my family members.
Yeah, the first step is always very exciting. So the earliest you get to it,
Yes,
the best it is.
correct.
So with this, I would just like to take your words that what will be your advice to the young researchers, young women researchers who would like to step in STEM, and how to overcome these hurdles that they may face in their journey.
Yeah. So it is a very difficult question, because we don't have one answer for this thing, right? So because as we have been seeing that women are holding positions in various fields, but still it is very challenging for women to, for women to pursue a career in any technical and non-technical field. So I would say, first of all, we all need to maintain a cordial relationship with our peers and juniors, so that we can create an environment which is good for research and learning. And you asked something about overcoming the hurdles, right? So to overcome any hurdle which you faced on the way to success will be to first have faith in your abilities, irrespective of what others say. Okay? You will face criticism. Take the criticism in a positive light and use it to, improve yourself without letting it affect your self-esteem and confidence. And in the end, I would say that we should always be curious to this never-ending journey of, learning and research. And sometimes we should also take pride in our accomplishments.
Thank you. It was a great interaction with you, and I hope it will be motivating for young women to step towards STEM.
Thank you so much for this interaction, and I hope my words will be helpful to, some girl student or woman out there.